You possess a remarkable power, the power to shape your reality through the gentle transformation of your thoughts and beliefs. This isn't just a passing idea. It's the seed of creation itself, resting right within you. If your heart has ever felt a dream tugging at it, or if your mind has lit up with a vision you can't forget, trust that there's a reason for that spark. The goals you carry inside are no accident. They're waiting for your permission to bloom into real life. In this journey, we will explore a supportive, step-by-step approach to manifesting your desires. Think of it as a soft, guiding hand, reminding you of your own power. There's no judgment here, only encouragement. You might have faced discouragement or uncertainty in the past. Perhaps people told you that your dreams were impossible or that you weren't good enough. Maybe you've told yourself those things too. But let all of those doubts settle for a moment. Instead, open yourself to the simple truth that what you focus on, with a whole, loving heart, can come to be. We'll begin by laying a clear foundation. What exactly do you wish to invite into your life? From there, we'll learn to gently dismantle any beliefs that have told you you're not worthy or that what you want is out of reach. We'll then delve into the soothing power of self-love, which nurtures the confidence to claim what's yours. Because when you feel worthy, your energy aligns with every treasure life has to offer. As we move forward, you'll discover simple yet effective tools such as daily affirmations, mirror work, and journaling exercises. Each of these methods reinforces trust in yourself and your dreams. You'll see how gratitude and appreciation create a powerful shift in your mind. Suddenly, new possibilities start to reveal themselves. Visualization becomes your friendly companion, turning intangible wishes into vibrant images you can almost touch. And of course, we'll discuss taking real-life steps that match your inner commitment. Finally, we'll talk about the importance of faith and resilience. Life doesn't always move at the speed we want, but that doesn't mean our goals aren't manifesting. It just might mean we need a little more patience, a bit more self-trust, or a nudge to keep going. By the end of this journey, you'll have a gentle roadmap that shows you how to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions, inviting your visions to unfold in the most beautiful and nourishing ways. So take a breath. Let your heart soften. Embrace each step of this process with an open mind and a willing spirit. Because the magic of manifestation lies not just in the final outcome, but in the loving, affirming path you walk every day. Creating a clear intention is like planting a seed in fertile ground. You choose exactly what you wish to grow, and then you provide it with the nurturing environment it needs to flourish. If you feel uncertainty about your goals, remember that clarity can be cultivated over time. Even the faintest sense of direction can become vivid if you treat it with care and attention. Start by asking yourself, what do I truly desire? Let the answers flow. No filters, no limitations. You might write them in a journal or simply sit in quiet reflection and allow your heart to speak. At first, your goal might sound too big or too vague. That's okay. Keep exploring until you find a statement that resonates within you. Think of it as a beacon, guiding your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward a specific outcome. Next, transform that statement into a present tense affirmation. Instead of saying, I want to experience financial security, you might say, I am financially secure and abundant in every area of my life. Feel the subtle shift that occurs when you affirm your desires as if they're already happening. This isn't about pretending. Rather, it's a way of aligning your inner dialogue with the reality you're creating. Invite a sense of worthiness as you form this statement. If any part of you whispers, "But I'm not worthy," or "This is impossible," recognize that for what it is, an old, limiting story. Gently bless those fears and let them move past you. Remind yourself that your desires are the universe's way of nudging you toward expansion. Each time you speak your intention, hold your heart open to the possibility that it can and will come true. To reinforce your intention, keep it visible. Maybe you write it on a sticky note and place it on your bathroom mirror or on the front page of your journal. Allow it to become a part of your daily mental landscape. Each morning, take a moment to read it and feel it. At night, allow your final thought to be a gentle repetition of this phrase, lulling you into restful confidence. This is the start of the manifestation process, the planting of the seed. Consider how a seed grows, quietly beneath the surface, drawing on the warmth of the sun and the nourishment of the soil. Your intention is much the same. You can't always see immediate changes, but with consistent nurturing through your focus, affirmations, and belief, it will gradually push through the soil of your reality, blossoming into something tangible. Set your heart on this intention. Let it fill you with a light, uplifting energy. In doing so, you invite every cell of your being to line up with your vision, knowing that your clear, heartfelt goal has the power to bring transformative growth into your life. Even the strongest intentions can be undermined by the silent whispers of doubt. These doubts often appear as limiting beliefs, quiet thoughts telling you, "It's not possible," or "I don't deserve this." Overcoming these beliefs is essential because they act like shadows over your inner light. Recognizing them and transforming them isn't about battling yourself. It's about gently shining awareness on the old stories you've been carrying. A simple practice to begin loosening these beliefs is mindful observation. The next time you feel resistance to your goals, maybe a knot in your stomach or a critical voice in your head, pause and notice. What are you saying to yourself? Are you replaying past failures or echoing someone else's judgments? Label these thoughts as old patterns. You might say to yourself, "Ah, that's an old thought telling me I can't do this." Bringing these beliefs into conscious awareness is the first step toward dissolving them. Next, try journaling. Write down every limiting belief that comes to mind, no matter how small or insignificant it seems. Then, across from each one, write a new, empowering perspective. For example, if you find yourself believing, "I'm not talented enough," counter it with, "I am constantly growing in my abilities, and I trust in my unique gifts." Over time, these new statements begin to take root in your subconscious, gently replacing the old narratives. Sometimes, deeper layers of unworthiness or guilt can surface. That's when practicing forgiveness becomes crucial. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behaviors or experiences. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of resentment, whether it's directed at yourself or others. You might say, "I forgive myself for holding on to these beliefs. I am now willing to let them go." Or, "I release the need to judge myself for past mistakes. I choose compassion for who I was and who I am becoming. Each time you offer forgiveness, you lighten the emotional load that's been blocking your path to manifestation. Recognize that limiting beliefs thrive on repetition. Each time you repeat them in your mind, you're reinforcing them. But now, you have a choice to feed your spirit with positive affirmations. Anytime a negative thought about your goal or your worthiness arises, consciously replace it with a life-affirming statement. Think of it as flipping on a light switch in a dark room. The darkness doesn't fight back. It simply disappears once the light shines. By gradually disarming your limiting beliefs, you're clearing a pathway for your intentions to flourish. This is a gentle process. It doesn't require force or punishment. All you need is consistent awareness and a willingness to rewrite your inner dialogue. Over time, you'll notice your faith in your goals become stronger, your confidence more steady, and your heart more open to the gifts life has waiting for you. Without a foundation of self-love, any manifestation process can become shaky. The reason is simple. When you genuinely love and accept yourself, you operate from a place of wholeness and empowerment. You're not searching for external validation to fill an internal void. Instead, your desires arise from a sense of completeness, allowing your goals to align with your higher good. Begin by acknowledging that self-love is not egotistical or selfish. It's the wellspring from which compassion for others grows. If your inner dialogue is filled with criticism or doubt, remind yourself that you would never speak to a dear friend so harshly. Why then treat yourself that way? By offering yourself kindness, you foster a supportive internal environment for your goals to thrive. One powerful tool to grow self-love is mirror work. Stand before a mirror and look gently into your eyes. You can begin with simple phrases like, "I am willing to love and accept myself," or "I see the goodness within me." If it feels awkward at first, know that's a normal reaction. Many of us have spent years undermining our own worth. This exercise shines a compassionate spotlight on the tender parts of our psyche. Over time, repeating these loving phrases in front of your reflection can dissolve the walls of self-criticism that hold you back. Self-acceptance also means embracing all parts of your journey, even the messy ones. Mistakes, setbacks, and flaws are not reasons to love yourself less. In fact, they're opportunities to extend more love. Each time you catch yourself in negative self-talk about a regret or a perceived failure, practice a moment of acceptance. Try saying, "Yes, I made that choice, and I forgive myself. I learned from it, and now I move forward." This recognition takes away the harshness of self-judgment and replaces it with gentle understanding. As you fortify your relationship with yourself, notice how your goals start to feel more accessible. When you stand in the confidence that you are deserving, the universe meets you in that truth. Obstacles become stepping stones rather than dead ends, because you no longer doubt your capacity to overcome them. If you need an affirmation to reinforce your self-love, try something like, "I am worthy of everything my heart desires." Feel the words resonate within you, gradually dissolving any lingering hesitation around who you are or what you can have. Building deep self-love is a daily practice, much like caring for a delicate plant. You water it with affirming thoughts, nurture it through forgiving old hurts, and allow it to bask in the warmth of gentle appreciation for all that you are. Over time, this foundation becomes unshakable, ensuring every step you take toward manifesting your goals is supported by the unwavering truth of your own worthiness. When you shift your perspective to gratitude and appreciation, an incredible transformation takes place inside. It's like turning on a bright lamp in a dimly lit room. Suddenly, the space around you becomes clearer, revealing beauty and possibility that you might not have noticed before. Gratitude is more than a polite gesture. It is a potent, energetic force that aligns your heart with abundance. Start your day by thinking about 3 things you appreciate, no matter how small. It could be the comfort of your bed, the warmth of a sunrise, or even the sip of water that quenches your thirst. By recognizing these gifts, you shift from a state of longing to one of fulfillment. Gratitude gently reminds you that, in many ways, you're already rich in life's blessings. When you focus on what's going well, the universe seems to respond by sending even more reasons to be grateful. If you want to deepen this practice, keep a dedicated gratitude journal. Each evening, jot down a few things that made you smile, moments where you felt cared for, or insights that touched your heart. When you look back on these entries, you begin to understand how much goodness is threaded through your daily existence. This steady awareness of blessings forms the perfect soil for the seeds of your goals to flourish. However, gratitude isn't just about acknowledging the obvious positives. It can also be an act of grace toward the challenging parts of life. For instance, if you've gone through a difficult phase that taught you resilience, you might express appreciation for the strength it revealed within you. This doesn't mean you loved the difficulty, but you can respect the growth it spurred. By reframing tough experiences in a light of gratitude, you reclaim your personal power and release any lingering victimhood. The energy behind gratitude is expansive. It opens your heart and mind to receive more. When you say thank you, you create a channel that invites blessings to flow. This sense of openness complements your manifestation goals because it replaces fear or lack with a confident understanding that life can unfold generously. On days when you feel discouraged or anxious about your goals, pause and speak aloud something you're grateful for. It might feel almost too simple, but notice how quickly it shifts your emotional state. With your heart anchored in appreciation, you become a magnet for experiences that match your elevated energy. People, opportunities, and ideas flow into your life in ways that once seemed improbable. And when they do, remember to continue saying thank you, not just as words, but as a genuine acknowledgement of life's abundant nature. In this positive cycle, your gratitude nurtures more manifestations, while each manifestation fuels deeper gratitude. It's a beautiful dance of giving and receiving that keeps your journey joyful and your spirit bright. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your ideal outcome in full detail. See the vibrant colors, feel the textures, maybe even catch a hint of a smell in the air or a comforting sound in the background. Visualization is a powerful bridge that connects where you are now to where you wish to be. It's not about daydreaming idly. It's a deliberate exercise that harnesses the creative energy of your mind. Visualization works best when you engage multiple senses. Perhaps you envision standing in a new home that feels warm and welcoming, or you see yourself thriving in a fulfilling career. If your goal is improved health, imagine the lightness of your body, the clarity of your mind, the radiance of your spirit. In that mental movie, allow yourself to experience genuine emotions. Smile, laugh, or even shed a tear of joy if it arises naturally. By feeling these emotions, you anchor the vision into your subconscious, showing it a tangible example of what life can look like. Some people like to create a vision board, a collage of words, images, and symbols that represent their aspirations. You can place pictures of your dream destination, affirmations that lift your spirits, or symbols of accomplishment. Each time you see your vision board, you re-engage with the energy of what you're manifesting. Don't underestimate the effect of a simple glance at that board. It can reignite your faith in moments when doubt creeps in. If you've ever had trouble staying focused during visualization, try guided techniques. Record yourself describing your ideal future, or find a comforting guided practice. Listen to it whenever you need a reminder of where you're headed. The key is consistency. Visualization is like a mental workout. Regular practice strengthens the neural pathways that support your goals. However, remember that visualization isn't a substitute for real-world action. Think of it as a blueprint. You're mapping out the structure and feeling of your dream. Once that blueprint is clear in your mind, your daily choices become more aligned with that vision. You might notice new opportunities or form beneficial relationships seemingly by chance. In reality, these are the results of your energetic alignment. By keeping your vision front and center, you train your thoughts to scan for supportive experiences. Perhaps the most magical aspect of visualization is that it nurtures a sense of readiness and expectation. When you repeatedly see yourself achieving your goals in your mind, you're telling your subconscious, "This is my new normal." You stop viewing your dreams as distant fantasies and start treating them like inevitable outcomes. And when you approach life with the belief that your desires are on their way, you naturally gravitate toward the people, places, and circumstances that bring those desires to life. While affirmations and visualization form the spiritual backbone of manifestation, aligned action grounds your dreams in the physical world. Action doesn't mean straining yourself with endless tasks. Rather, it's about recognizing and responding to the intuitive nudges that guide you toward your goal. When your mind, heart, and spirit are in harmony, the next steps often feel natural and meaningful rather than forced or overwhelming. First, keep a small notebook or a digital memo pad handy to capture any ideas or hunches that emerge after affirming your intentions. These might be subtle: a sudden inspiration to attend an event, reach out to someone, or explore a new skill. Instead of dismissing these impulses, treat them with curiosity. Ask yourself, could this be part of my next step? Often the quiet voice of intuition knows exactly which direction leads you closer to your dreams. Second, break down your goals into manageable, bite-sized actions. If your desire is to start a business, for example, begin by researching similar endeavors, contacting a mentor, or writing a simple outline of your vision. Celebrate each small victory along the way. These celebrations might be internal, like a kind word of praise for yourself, or external, such as treating yourself to a nice walk or a peaceful cup of tea. Small rewards help your mind associate progress with positivity, keeping your motivation alive. Third, remain open to surprises. Sometimes the universe delivers solutions in unexpected packages. Perhaps a job offer surfaces in a field you never considered, or a friend introduces you to someone who ends up being an essential mentor. Even if the path looks a little different than you initially imagined, trust that life is orchestrating events for your highest benefit. Keep your heart flexible and your mind free from rigid expectations. Aligned action also requires patience. Not every effort produces an immediate visible result, but each step carries energy forward, like planting seeds in different parts of a garden. Some will sprout faster than others, and that's okay. The point is to keep nurturing them with consistent effort, unwavering faith, and genuine love for the process. Over time, you might find that your ultimate success is a culmination of these seemingly small daily actions. Finally, check in with your emotions and energy levels as you move forward. If you feel a sense of flow and curiosity, you're likely on the right track. If you hit a wall of frustration or burnout, pause. Use that moment to recalibrate. Maybe revisit your affirmations or take a break to engage in self-care. Progress is rarely a straight line, and it's perfectly fine to adjust your path along the way. When your actions align with your intentions, you'll notice the universe meeting you halfway, opening doors you never knew existed. Even with the most positive mindset and well-defined intentions, life can present storms of uncertainty. Maintaining faith during these moments is an art that involves emotional resilience. Faith isn't blind optimism. It's choosing to trust in your path, despite temporary obstacles. Resilience, in turn, comes from knowing that setbacks and delays don't define your journey, but rather refine your strength. When you face disappointment, perhaps a project didn't turn out as planned, or a key opportunity fell through, allow yourself a moment to acknowledge your feelings. You can say, "This hurts, and that's okay." Denying sadness or frustration only pushes it deeper inside. Instead, offer those emotions compassion, like a gentle embrace. By processing them openly, you prevent them from distorting your belief in what's possible. Affirmations remain potent in these seasons of doubt. You might say, "I trust the perfect outcome is unfolding, even if I can't see it right now." Or, "All delays and detours are guiding me to something even better." Speak these words even when your heart feels unsettled. Over time, they embed into your subconscious, reminding you that truth doesn't vanish just because circumstances are challenging. Another technique to bolster faith is to revisit evidence of past successes. Remember moments when you overcame hurdles before, even small ones. Reflect on times when you thought everything was lost, only to discover a miraculous turnaround. Create a personal inspiration log detailing stories of your resilience, whether it's personal victories or inspiring tales of others who've beaten the odds. Each entry acts like a steady beacon, lighting your path when the world outside feels dark. Prayer or meditation can also help restore clarity. Spend a few minutes each day, especially when stress is high, connecting to your inner stillness. Calmly observe your thoughts and let them pass through without clinging. This practice frees your mind from spiraling into panic or self-criticism. In this quiet space, faith can breathe, and renewed hope can settle into your awareness. Emotional resilience isn't about never feeling fear or sadness. It's about feeling them and still moving forward. You learn to hold discomfort in one hand while keeping your vision in the other. Over time, your ability to navigate challenges grows, and you develop a deeper reverence for your journey. Every testing moment becomes an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to say, "I still believe and I will keep going." Remember, manifestation rarely follows a simple linear trajectory. It's a dance of trust, patience, and inner resolve. Each challenge you face becomes another layer of wisdom you carry. Eventually, you realize these trials were shaping you into someone with not only a manifested dream, but also a heart more open, a spirit more courageous, and a faith that radiates far beyond the original goal. You've journeyed through the essential steps of manifestation, from clarifying your dream and dismantling limiting beliefs, to embracing the transformative power of self-love, gratitude, and focused visualization. Along the way, you've discovered the value of aligned action, those real-world steps that harmonize with the positive energy you're cultivating inside. And when challenges arose, you leaned on faith and emotional resilience, learning that adversity can be a stepping stone rather than a stop sign. Now, you stand at the threshold of endless possibilities. Your ability to create the life you desire is not a distant fantasy. It's a vibrant truth awaiting your continuous embrace. Every goal or intention you hold in your heart is worthy of becoming your reality. By consistently placing your love, trust, and positive focus into each step, you're gently steering your life in the direction of your deepest aspirations. Consider how far you've come. Perhaps there were moments you felt uncertain or unworthy. Maybe you questioned whether your dreams mattered. By moving through these sections, you've given yourself permission to believe in a greater potential. You've acknowledged the power of your mind and the warmth of your spirit. You've allowed self-love to flourish, and you've stretched your faith to encompass even the hidden corners of your journey. As you close this chapter, remember to keep your daily practices alive. Recite your affirmations or I am statements with confidence. Let gratitude be the lens through which you view life's abundance. Use visualization to keep your inner world vibrant and compelling. And of course, continue taking inspired, purposeful actions, knowing that each step is backed by the supportive energy of the universe. When doubts arise, and they sometimes will, invite them in for a moment of compassion. Then gently guide them out with a reminder of who you truly are and what you're here to create. Finally, allow yourself to celebrate. Even the smallest achievements, each forward motion, no matter how modest, signals progress. As you celebrate, you send a bright wave of joy through your entire being, affirming that you are indeed on the right track. With this sense of joy, your energy radiates, drawing in people and situations that align with your vision. In this moment, affirm that you are on a path of constant growth. Your dreams are valid, your feelings and intentions matter, and you are infinitely capable of shaping a life that mirrors your deepest hopes. As you continue to nurture this process, may you find more reasons to smile, more opportunities to shine, and more evidence that the power of manifestation is indeed alive within you. Take one last deep breath, feeling gratitude for the dedication you've shown yourself through these steps. Know that your journey is ongoing and there's no rush. Let your heart guide you forward, trusting that with every breath, every action, and every loving thought, you are weaving a future that reflects the brightest, truest version of who you are.